Welcome back to my backyard garden herb edition. It's fall, and I've shown that I've been drying a lot of my herbs. My basil, I have sweet basil, Genovese basil, Italian basil, and purple basil that I grew in one big pot together. So I'm clipping it and drying it because basil, I'm going to take some inside, but I'm drying the leaves and putting in jars so that way I can have it for the winter. I also dried a lot and gave my mother a gigantic jar as well. Today I have been making clippings of my rosemary. Rosemary is one of my favorite herbs. It smells so good. And let me tell you, it's really not difficult to have herbs. Now, if you try to grow it from the seed, I don't recommend that. I tried to do that for 2 years before someone told me, all you have to do is just either get a plant or get the basil cuttings from the grocery store that they have in the herb section and then just put it in water. And so that's what I started doing. So now every fall, I take the time. Let me show you my manicure first. It was so pretty. And I know y'all keep telling me I need to wear my gloves, but I just love the feel of the dirt on my hand. So look at that. The polish is gone. I'm gonna put some liquid paper on it. So if y'all see me at church or at an event and you see that my white doesn't match, I made it do what it do with some liquid paper. But anyway, back to the herbs. So I've made efforts now, the last couple of years to when the weather starts changing and it's starting to get cooler here. That's a signal to me that it's time for me to save my herbs. Now, a lot of them are perennial, so they'll come back, but they going into a dormant state, so you really can't use them. The only ones that I still could use year round last year, even in the snow, was rosemary and the sage. So what I've done with let me show you. What I've done with the rosemary, I root this and I cut it and started outside. So what I've done, this is some rosemary that was in my garden by the chicken coop. It started out like this. I took one leaf, one branch, and I cut it twice, and then I put it in here. And then as it keeps growing, I keep cutting it. So I have expanded my rosemary, and my plan is to keep doing that so that way I have enough rosemary to plant around my trees and around my berries and just throughout my garden front and back because it makes it just a wonderful scent. Plus it's a good thing to have to keep pests away. So that's what I've done with the rosemary. Now mint, I have about 5 different mints. I have chocolate mint, mojito mint, ginger mint, peppermint, and spearmint. And so the mint is something that you don't want to put in the ground unless you have someone you don't like, then go plant it in their yard. The mint will grow like a weed. It travels under the ground, and once you plant it in ground, you can't get rid of it. So I have all of my mint in pots. And let me take it over there real quick. I don't know why I didn't bring it over here, but the mint is now going to seed. And this is my ginger mint. Smells delightful. Here's more rosemary that I was doing throughout the year. Let me turn the camera. This is the basil I was telling you about. It's the purple basil, the Italian basil, and the regular sweet basil. So this is a mint there. The pot over there is mint, and this is mint as well. And I have another mint on the other side. So you see how it's draping over? What I'll do is cut those pieces off, and either I'm going to start another one or I'm just going to dry those leaves and put them in a jar for me to use throughout the winter. But you see how it's starting to go to seed? Isn't that beautiful? Those flowers are beautiful. And right next to it is dill. I mean, those are chives. Chives are perennial too. And I just keep picking them and using them and just letting them continue to grow. Ellery likes the herbs too. I also have, oh, okay, so let me get back to, if you want to have more mint, all you do is the same process. Cut a stem, pull off the leaves at the bottom and soak it in water. Put it in water for a couple of weeks and it'll have roots. Or you can just put it into the soil. I'm going to clean this ginger mint out by pulling this out and putting some pieces in there to make it nice and thick. Now this is lemon balm. This is also in the mint family, so you also can't put it in the ground. Smells wonderful, releases lemon scent. I took a lot of this to the meetup last weekend. Same process, cut some out and pull off the bottom leaves, put it in water, and there you go. Mints, mints, mints. I dug out some strawberries today, and I've decided I'm putting strawberries throughout my entire yard. So I put 3 strawberry plants that I've dug up from my front yard, and then put some dill in it because the dill, I mean, this is chives, that'll keep bugs away. And strawberries spread like weeds too. So once you have one strawberry plant, it'll multiply. In a year, you'll have several. So let me get back to the rosemary and the sage. There is nothing like fresh herbs to put into your food. I made a spaghetti sauce yesterday, and I used some of my dried purple Italian and sweet basil, and it just made the sauce so delicious. So again, I've done this with the rosemary. Smells so good. And now I'm doing it with my sage. I have 2 different sages. I have regular sage and I have pineapple sage. Part of my sage died. I don't know why. I thought I could put it in the chicken coop, but they killed it. And so fortunately, I had taken pieces of it. And so this is the one that I took pieces of, and now it's grown big. Sage will grow tall if you let it. And so now I've taken cuttings because I want to increase my sage. So I've taken cuttings of the mother plant, and what I'm going to do is pull these leaves off, dry these, and put them in a jar. And I'm going to put this in a glass inside. And in about 2 weeks, I'll have roots. I also did that with my lemon sage. Now, if you've never smelled lemon sage, it's beautiful. I have it growing out on my patio as well. I've already cut those pieces, snipped those, and I took the bottom leaves off, and I put that in a jar. I plan to actually grow more lemon sage than the regular sage because it just smells so delightful. And if you have herbs planted around your house, it will keep a lot of the pests away because we like the way they smell, but pests don't. So that is all I'm going to talk about today is propagating herbs, creating new herb plants. You don't have to go every season and go buy more. If you have one, and these are perennial, that means they're going to come back every year. They'll go into a dormant state, but they will come back as soon as the weather warms. One plant will have you keeping herbs forever. You'll have enough for your house and enough to share. I've given lots of people mint plants that I just pull up different because some people have never had ginger mint or chocolate mint. I need to actually find someone with some apple mint. If you all have apple mint, let me know because maybe we can do some trading. But once you have an herb, you can have it forever. It doesn't take much. You can even keep it in little pots like this. Just give it plenty of sunlight in the winter so that way it keeps growing and you'll have an overabundance. All right. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk about herbs. I also have oregano, and oregano grows like a weed as well. My oregano is just spilling over. I have 2 different types of oregano. Same process if you want to propagate it. Just put some in some water, and there you go. Anyway, I also have French tarragon. That was something new I added last year. I haven't used it yet because I've been dividing it to help it grow. But yeah, just get with your friends who have herbs, share them, plant them, grow them, eat them, use them for medicine, for salves, whatever. Just wonderful from the earth. All right, goodbye now for real. Have a great evening.